Bibles to 1 Corinthians 10. First Corinthians 10, and starting in verse 12. 1 Corinthians 10 and 12. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear. You may be seated. So I'm kind of in the same boat as Savannah, because I had something laid out this morning, and I'm still along the same lines, but I had to choose a different text in the middle of the song service, so I was scrambling up there. But what I want to talk about is the way that I trod has an exit. There's a lot of different games and stuff. There are escape rooms and similar ideas where a person will go there to see if they can find a way out on their own. Now, some people, when they'll get into the escape room, they won't be able to get it done in the first amount of time, or maybe they do. But finding a way out has always interested people. Many times, the journey before us is very rough. And a lot of times we look for ways out. The problem is a lot of times in those escape room settings, the person will freak out and they will never find the way out. They'll have to have somebody from the outside help them. And sometimes in our life, we think that there's no way out. That we're just trapped here and there's no way out. So I felt impressed. The word I thought that I needed to use was the word trod. It comes from the word tread. It's the past tense of it. And one of the first definitions for tread is to step or walk on or over. And I was looking at that and I realized a lot of the times we're walking on our exit and we can't even see it because the Lord has not shown it to us. I remember when I was little, Shannon knows what book series I'm talking about, but I was reading this book, and it was about a tornado that hits a little schoolhouse in Kansas, or somewhere in the Midwest. And these two kids, they're getting ready to leave, and they see the tornado coming, so they run back in the schoolhouse to help some of the other kids. And the teacher was new, and they had this big rug on the floor. And if you know anything about the storm shelters out west, a lot of times they were cellars and they were trapdoors in the floor. But the teacher in the book did not know it was there, and those kids did, and they were able to show her in time to get everyone down to safety. And sometimes the Lord deliberately has a rug on our escape route because He does not want us finding it until the right person comes along to find it for us. And sometimes our road is very rough, and sometimes we feel like the children of Israel in the Red Sea. There's soldiers behind us, the Red Sea in front, and on either side there's mountains, so it looks hopeless. And then the Lord will send Moses right when we need him to part the waters. But He won't send it until we need it. And God's timing is always best. And in Psalm 24, and verses 1 through 5, it says, "The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For Ye have founded it upon the seas, and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in His holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. In these verses, it talks about how the Lord controls everything on earth. He controls the seasons and the tides and the moon and even the people, even when they can't see it. And no matter what we're going through, as long as we stay close to him, we will receive his blessing in his timing when he gives it to us.